Hi guys, welcome back to Handmade with Tara. This is Tara. I am a stay-at-home mom to three beautiful boys and an independent demonstrator with Stampin Up. And today I'm going to work with this set, the Layers of Beauty, which is a new set that is going to be released tomorrow on May 1st, 2024. And this is in the newest catalog. It looks like this. And this one will go from May 2024 to April 2025. Really fun, a bunch of new sets that are in here. Also some returning sets from the mini catalog, but a lot of new stuff. Really, really exciting to look through. If you have any questions about that, feel free to email me. You can email me. You can follow this link right here and send a direct message to me. Or you can join my team from this link. You can shop this link. Anything that you see tonight, you'll be able to start to buy tomorrow as soon as the new catalog goes live. So this is a really neat set from the new catalog called Layers of Beauty. And I really love that, number one, the name is Layers of Beauty, and you do have these beautiful decorative masks that we're going to use. And it creates layers of beauty, guys. All right, so much fun. I'm going to show you how to use these. If you've never used masks before, this is super fun set to try it on. I'm totally excited about it. I'm going to show you the designs I'm going to do tonight. I'll show you. I'll try to do it here and make it make sense here. So I have this one here, beautiful, all featuring those new colors, the new in colors that are going to also be released tomorrow. So here's the third one. Wow, okay, so these are the designs that I'm doing. Of course, I had to do a Mother's Day card, so most of the stamps are from the set, but the Mother's Day stamp is not. So I am excited to share this with you because I have been working with this set for about a month now and just playing with the different layers of the mask to see what looks the best. So without further ado, I'm just going to go ahead and jump right into it. This is a beautiful class for a Mother's Day class or Teacher's Appreciation, which is coming up, or, birthday, holiday, whatever you need. So I am going to set these aside and I'm going to jump right into the tutorial. I'll do my very best. I think I wrote down most of the measurements. If I did not, I'm sorry in advance, but I have had a very busy month and we're just going to go with it. Okay, so I'm going to start with this card design here. Let me show you how easy this is to build. So first of all, this is a cardstock. This is Petunia Pop, Petunia, I'm saying the wrong thing, aren't I? Petunia Pop. Okay, I said it right. Okay, cool. So Petunia Pop, this is one of the new in colors that's coming out tomorrow. And this is some of the new in color designer series paper. This is 2024 to 2026 in color 6x6 designer series paper featuring all of the new in colors: Peach Pie, Petunia Pop, Pretty in Pink, Shy Shamrock, and Summer Splash. So I picked Petunia. We're going to go with Petunia. Right out of that pack, I pulled out this Petunia Pop colored pattern paper. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that down first with a little bit of green glue. And if you don't know, if you've never been here before, I like to do an advanced tutorial. I also like to do a beginner's tutorial. So showing how to do things with and without the embossing machine. So you don't always need the embossing machine to make beautiful projects. But this is one of the ones that I did actually use my embossing machine to cut the flower out. And I'll show you how I did that. So something that's really great, obviously, if you're here and you're taking my advanced tutorial now, you probably already know this, but Stampin' Up's coordination of the colors. So the designer paper matches the designer, matches the cardstock, which matches the ribbon, which matches the gemstones. Like all of it will match. So it's easy to make cohesive cards and or scrapbook pages. If you're into scrapbooking and you like to make a cohesive design, it is just a way to make it super simplified where you can pick a suite with everything, including the colors. It tells you what color stamps that you need, what color stamp pads you need to buy. All of these things you already know because you're an advanced stamper, right? If you're here watching my advanced tutorial. So I'm going to have faith that you are. And I am going to use, let's see. I just set it down. Layers of Beauty. I'm going to make you make my heart smile on the inside. So, let's see if I have my H block. Alrighty, and I just used the Memento black ink for this, but you just want to stamp it before you place it, which you already know. And these tutorials are made for people who have all the stuff and want fun ideas on how to use all the stuff they have, and or to use all the stuff, the retired stuff that you have. I use everything. So in this advanced tutorial, this is like, I just want to play with this new stuff or retired stuff or whatever stuff I have, and I want to use it. I want to get as much use out of it as I can. So I did a whole year of working with the paper pumpkin boxes, and it was fun, and I'm glad I did it. But I just wanted to move on and kind of challenge myself to do more. So that's what this is kind of coming from here. Trying to show a couple of, and advanced doesn't mean like you have to be an advanced stamper. It just means that I'm going to use the embossing machine, which is kind of, if you have an embossing machine, then maybe you're doing this more often than not. And using all the fun tools and stuff. And you have all the fun stuff to play with. Look how pretty that is. All right, insert done. All right, so now that I have that first part, we're gonna go ahead and stamp. So I did use the Memento, so I don't know why I put it away. And for big stamps, I like to flip the stamp pad over and get the stamp inked up like this. I know everybody has their own ways of doing things. It doesn't really matter how you do it as long as you know how to do it, I guess. And you know that you can do it either way. All right, so, and then I'm just gonna square it up on here. Sorry for all the shadows. I was trying to like move my lights around so that I wouldn't have such bad shadows, but here, let me see. Let me see if I can move my lamp and just give a little bit more. All right. So I'm gonna use my chamois to clean this off. And set this aside. All right, so now we're gonna get the masks out, the decorative masks. So they come and they look like this, and I'm gonna show you exactly what I do in order to use them. So on all of the designs, they kind of have a way of fitting on here nicely, and you kind of just have to move them around until you get them where you want them. I've done this a couple of times now, so I know-ish how they're going to go on so I can line them up as best that I can. And then I'm going to use a little piece of washi tape. So this is just a little piece of washi tape, or you can use Post-it tape. I know that a lot of people use Post-it tape. All right, so a little piece of washi, a little piece of washi. I have it kind of on the mask, on the paper, and on the grid paper. And then the first color that I'm going to do is I'm going to go over this part with the lemon lime twist. So that is the first one I'm going to use. I use the blending brush here. I rub it in my ink like this. That might not be how you do it. It's fine. However you want to do it. That's just how I do it. And that works for me. So I just do circles like this on my grid paper until it looks even, like not splotchy. And then I bring it over to my decorative mask here. And I just go over all of the leaves, all of the open spaces with the blending brush. And obviously if you push hard, it's going to be a little bit darker. If you don't push hard, it's going to be a little lighter. So I'm just doing circles like that. All right, so that's mask number one. We're just going to work our way through the different masks. So, and then I'll also show you how to clean these off because I had to learn in order to do this. So for these, I just kind of twist and turn until I get it where I want it. And like I said, I've done this a few times, so I kind of have an idea of what it's gonna look like here. All right, so now I'm gonna grab my next color, which is Old Olive. My Old Olive brush. Okay, coming over to the paper. I'm gonna do circles. Move my block out of my way. Okay, so now I'm going to come over the decorative mask with this beautiful Old Olive, one of my favorite colors here. I just feel like it's universal. Like I can use it on so many different things. So I'm going to grab a little bit more. I've seen some people who like to put the ink on a block and grab it off the block. I don't do that. I just go right to the ink pad. Yeah, I used to say if I get interrupted by my children, then just go with it. But lately, knock on wood, they've been sleeping really well. So we've had less and less interruptions. All right, so that is mask number 2, and you can already kind of start to see the two-toned leaves. See? Okay. So next mask. Okay, so there's 3 top masks, and I do them from the biggest to the smallest. So same with the leaves. Biggest because that's going to be the lightest color, and then you work your way to the darkest color. So, and the way that you line this up too is I look actually for these circles on the small flowers and put the circles lined up onto the flowers. And that seems to line me up the quickest. And everybody, I mean, you do whatever works for you, it doesn't matter. But that's how I do it, just in case you were wondering. And then I did use Petal Pink on the big, large part of this flower. It's so light I can barely see it, but I can see it. Okay, petal pink. Step 3. And then this one, again, I'm going to set up these smaller flowers and try to get those lined up. Let's see. I think I had it right. Okay, so setting up the circles on the middle flowers. Maybe. There we go. Maybe now. Circles. What in the heck? Alright, it's not always easy. We're just gonna keep twisting and turning until we get it, till we find it. There we go. Okay, that's lined up on these circles. And then those circles. There we go. Yep, so I'm looking for those tiny flowers. It's not always going perfectly. And then I'm going to use fresh freesia. I've used this so much now that the mask is kind of giving me a hard time. Alright, that's fresh freesia. And oh yeah, look at that. That looks awesome. Look how pretty. You can stop right there if you want, or you can keep going. Let me use the last one. Again, I'm just lining up these 2 circles and these 2 circles with the flowers, the mini flowers. Like that. And the last color I'm going to use is the Petunia Pop. So Petunia Pop. Grab a little bit of that on my blending brush. Oh, I grabbed a lot. Okay. Just kind of move it around. And here we go. There we go. There we go. Nella. Sorry, my dog is just come here, Nella. She was standing at the door and then she just walked away. It's making me nervous. Nella. Alright, so I'm just going to save these pieces of washi tape because I'll use those again in one of the other projects. And then I'm going to use my dies to cut this out. And I'll show you too, before I forget, how to clean these off. So I'm going to use this giant die. That's for the whole flower. I'm going to cut that out. And then I also will show you how I use the chamois to clean these off. So I don't want to mess up my picture here. So I'm going to grab that. Now come here. And I just wipe them like this. That's how I clean it off. And that seems to be working good. But just be careful because these little pieces right here, when I was cleaning it one of the times, it got caught. And that's how I messed it up. Alright, so now you can see it's coming through the thing because I'm holding it down, but I'm just doing that so I can show you. I usually kind of place it on my leg and then like do this over top of it. But just so I don't get my paper wet. But my chamois is pretty dry right now, so I'm not too worried. It's just dry. It's just damp enough to where I can get it cleaned off. But not too bad. There we go. Come here, Nelly, go outside. My Peppers needs to go out. She's searching around. Come on. Go. Go. Okay. Come on, babe. I have a senior dog who is definitely making me nervous. All right, so there we go. So now that I've cut this out here, you can toss this, but look how beautiful that mask creates such a pretty design. I don't know, I love it. I had so much fun using different tones to try to make pretty flowers. Perfect, I would say, from like Mother's Day, birthday, anniversary. How pretty. I just love it. I will say I didn't use a lot of the other dies. I tried playing with a couple of them, but that one seemed to be the one that helped the most so that I could cut out the flower. So, and our flower is going to get placed on top here. Show ya. So, and I did use dimensionals to pop this up. So I'm going to use dimensionals to pop it up, and you kind of want to put it all the way over to the left side of the card if you're making this card. I'm just going to use up the rest of these dimensionals. And then grab a new, well, not a new used set here. So I used quite a few because it's quite a large die. Cut. Bunch of flowers. Oops. Okay. And then, so I just kind of placed it kind of all the way to the left as far as I could go. And then just kind of layered it right like that. And then I left this little corner up here so that I could put my sentiments. So I used Grateful for You. And I did stamp that also in Memento. I'm going to do that again. Right there in the middle. This is just a scrap piece of white. So, and there's my dog. Already back. So, and I'm going to use this little piece here. This is a 2x2 piece. So this one can also be 2x2. But I used the deckled circle dies, and I used the second to smallest and the third to smallest. I used these two to make, so one for this one for this one. I'll go ahead and die cut those. Alright, so I just cut these out. This one. This one. Okay, and then I just used a little bit of the Stampin' Seal to put this onto here. And then I did also pop this up on a dimensional. And then this I put right here in this empty space here. And then to finish this one off, I just grabbed a little bit of the, this is sheer silver and white. This is silver and white ribbon here. And made a little bow just to spruce it up a bit. And my snips here. Just gonna chop that short. And then I just used a little glue dot to get this one to stay. Which this is just like an added extra. I don't really need this part, but I love it. It looks like it's like a bunch of flowers and all being held together with a lovely ribbon. That is card number 1 done for you there. Beautiful. Okay, card number 1 done. Now we're going to move to card number 2, which I'm going to do this one next. So this is the card that I'm going to do. I'm just going to grab out all the materials here. And just show you another way we can do this. So these are, let me clean this. This is the Pretty in Pink color. New color, Pretty in Pink, and new color, Basic Beige. So these are two new colors. Pretty in Pink is a returning color, like an old color that they brought back. But it's new to me. So 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. So basic measurement here. And then you're gonna have a piece that is 5 1/4 by 4 as a top layer here. And we're going to emboss this with the new embossing folder that is called Eyelet 3D embossing folder. So I'm going to go ahead and make that embossed. Alright, so if I open that up, then it looks like that, which is really beautiful. Alright, so that's going to get layered right on the top there. And I'm just going to use this glue. I just do a really thin layer of glue all the way around the outside. Oops. Try not to get it on my paper here. And then I'm just gonna layer that base layer right on top of the cardstock. Try not to get this glue on my paper. It happens. No biggie. Alright, so while that's drying, I'm going to do my insert, which I'm going to use this set here, this Cling Stamp Celebration, because I'm going to use Enjoy Your Day and Happy Mother's Day on the front. So I'm going to use Enjoy Your Day on the inside. Switch out this one. All right. I'm going to put the Grateful for You away here. Okay, and I'm just going to use this. Okay, and then I'm just going to nice front. Clean this off with my chamois. And I'm going to grab the Happy Mother's Day stamp. Put that one on next. So, and I'm going to stamp this little one right here with my Happy Mother's Day. And I'm actually going to use the Pretty in Pink. Okay, so and I'm just going to stamp this as best that I can right in the middle. Like that. Okay. I'm just going to put this away while I'm thinking about it, while I'm working with it. And then I'm going to add my insert. With the glue. So I definitely needed Mother's Day cards. Mother's Day cards are going to be popular here soon for Mother's Day. It's coming up fast. If you're a mom and you're watching this, tell me in the comments what you have planned for Mother's Day, if anything, or what you hope to do on Mother's Day. Love to hear. And then I am going to use a little bit of this new basic beige ribbon, and I'm just going to make a line right across the top there. And then let me show you how I do this if I've already glued it down. This might not work since I already glued it, but sometimes I can just stick it right underneath like that. And then cut this down. Get that in there. Like that. So obviously you want to stick it down before you stick everything down. But since I did not, this is how I'm going to try to fix it without ripping my card. I'm just using my take your pick tool, and I'm just kind of pushing gently until you can't see it anymore. Just like that. So now, hopefully it'll stay on there too. And then these two pieces I need to cut down. So I'm going to do the basic beige. This is going to be 3 1/4. 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. So I'm just going to take my cutting tool here. I'm going to do 3 1/4. Actually, yeah, 3 1/4 by 4 1/4, like that. And then I'm going to do this piece 3 by 4. So 4, top layer by 3. and then these pieces are scrap pieces that I can use for something else. So I'm just going to put those in my scrap pile. And then on this pink piece here, so this piece is going to get layered like that, but this pink piece I'm going to stamp. So, and what I did was I used Pretty in Pink. It's brand new, so it's like really hard to open because I haven't opened it a billion times yet. It's not really hard. It's just stiff. Just a bit stiff. So I ink up the whole stamp pad just like that. And then I'm gonna do like this. Just like that. These colors together are super beautiful. I really like them. So I'm going to use my masks again. And I'm just gonna layer not the leaves, not the largest one, but just the two inner ones I'm going to layer and work with here. So again, I'm just gonna find those two flowers there, organize those, try to line it up the best that I can. Like so. And since this piece is smaller than the piece that I'm using, I'm just going to hold it down really firm where it is and hope that it does not move. So I think I used Pretty in Pink. Number one. This one. I'm just grabbing the petunia pop here. I'm just going to add that since I already have it pulled. And I think that makes beautiful. wink of Stella to the middle of the flower and pulled it all the way out to the outside of the flower. Of the roses, I'm sorry, in the flower. Just like that. So it's kind of like a wash. And then I'm just going to add this. And these are all new in colors. So much fun to work with. I love all of these new colors, especially this basic beige. I just see so much potential for soft toned cards here. Look how beautiful that is. That looks nice. Here we go. See that? See that? Looks very nice. And then I'm going to pop that up on dimensionals. 1, 2, 3, 4. And add that right to the top, like so. Okay. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little sentiment, and for that one I used the Everyday Detail dies. And I used this one. So I'm just going to use a little piece of washi tape to hold that into place. Like so. And I'm going to make sure that I get this. So it looks like that. Okay, and then I'm going to add this to this top corner here. You can add it somewhere else if you like, but that's where I think I like it the best. And I did pop it up on dimensionals, and I just put the dimensionals in this corner here. Just so I wouldn't have to try to worry about it coming off the edge here, or having it two different levels. So, just like that, and then I'm actually going to add one more dimensional here to this side, just like that. And then I did use also on this one some of these 2024-2026 in color shimmer gems. The shimmer gems I used, oh, I think I put it. Oy. Shimmer gems. Alright, so I just grabbed a couple of the pink ones, but honestly, any of these colors are going to look really pretty Maybe I'll use some of the purple ones to see how it looks. Let's see if that adds a little bit more. Should I do all purple? So super fun, pretty card, lots of dimension, lots of different things going on here. And I got to pull in a little piece of that basic beige. I don't know if you realize, but I'm definitely feeling the colors on top of the colors in different layers. Totally beautiful. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, dokie. Last card, guys. Moving right along. Alrighty, let me clear some of this stuff out of my way. And then this is the next design. I'm going to be doing this one here. And here are all of my materials. So first off, base is going to be the Shamrock color. Shy Shamrock. 5.5 by 8.5, cut, scored at 4 1/4. Then I'm gonna have a scrap piece of white that's about 4 1/4 inches by 4 1/4 inches. So then I'm gonna have my insert. It's gonna go on the inside. And then I'm gonna have a white and this beautiful peach color, peach pie that we're gonna use, and I'm gonna die cut these out. So I'll go ahead and do my die cuts first, because I am gonna need, this one for orange, then this one for the white, and then orange and white, and then for this one, I didn't use this one again because it's just the right die for it, but this is on Harvest Dies. This is retired. I don't like to grab out my retired stuff, but this, I mean, like, I love to grab out my retired stuff, let's be honest. But I don't want to confuse anybody who's new and who's looking for this die, all right? You're going to have to look somewhere else. But this die is perfect for long sentiments. And I use the You Make Me My Heart Smile, and this is the die that it needs to cut it out. So I'm going to go cut these out really fast. Okay. Now that I have these cut out, I can put these away. Like so. And I don't need these frames for anything here. But now that all my pieces are cut out, I can start to build this. So I want to use this happy anniversary stamp right here. And that one is going to be the one that goes on the inside of the card. And you can do that in Memento. If you're still with me, I just want to thank you so much for being here. Thanks for bearing with me while I go through these. And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Then that way, when I have new tutorials released, you'll be the first to know. And you'll be notified whenever I post anything new, which I try to do a beginner's tutorial and an advanced tutorial every month. I try to do my best to have at least 2, and I am taking a class right now for online, taking my classes more online, so I can offer those to you from anywhere that you are in the US, and send out kits so that you can do these kind of classes, these kind of tutorials at home, which would be really fun, right? So, all right, so I'm gonna stamp, since I just stamped that happy anniversary, I'm gonna stamp that You Make My Heart Smile as well. Also, use Memento and there it is. Now I can put this away here. And put this away. Okay, so I got that insert in there, happy anniversary, and then I'm going to do this one, then layer this on. I'm going to stamp this, again using my giant stamp. So a lot of same. This is really the stamp that makes the card shine. So we're just gonna use this. Excuse me. And Okay, so now I'm going to use the colors that I use for this one. Which I did not clean them off, so I'm gonna have to do that really quick. These masks are very durable, it feels like they're gonna last, which is awesome. Okay, so now those are clean and we can start to build this. So I'm gonna start with the leaves like I did with the first card. I'm gonna try to find that. Just like that. You can use whichever green you like for the leaves. Since I already have this green pulled, I'm going to use this green. But instead of using Old Olive like I did before, I'm going to use the Shy Shamrock to pull that color back in for the leaves. For the darker part here. So, like I said, you can use the blends if you want. You can use whatever you like, really, to color these in. I just use the blending brushes because they just make like a very, in my opinion, perfect. It's like the perfect look. It's soft. I kind of feel like I have a little bit of control. I'm sure you could go through and do it differently. You could color the flower in directly. You don't need the masks. This is just the quickest way. I feel like when I color, it takes me forever, so I like that this is a quicker option, but still super beautiful. So there's that Shy Shamrock, new color. Let's see what that looks like. Oh yeah, that looks pretty similar to my first one. Look at that. Okay. this part first. So this part. And we're going to use Daffodil Delight. Actually, I think I actually used the let's see what this is gonna look like. We're gonna use the peach pie. Peach pie. Oh yeah, that's pretty. No, don't move. Shoot, 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 shoot. Don't move. There. That might have got messed up. I wasn't holding it. I wasn't holding it hard enough. That was my mistake. It's okay though. This is the lightest color. Hopefully won't mess it up too much. These are so stiff. Oh, that looks so pretty. Nice. Alright, so I gotta be sure to hold this one down a little bit better. Alright, so we're gonna try this orange. This is pumpkin pie. Oh, that looks really nice. So it's such a soft color and it's very beautiful when you layer it. And it's like a big reveal every time. I just love it. Alright, last color I'm going to use is the Daffodil Delight now. And we'll see how that looks all together. Oh yeah, that looks beautiful. All right, so you see it like takes a little bit of time, but it's honestly faster probably than trying to color all of it in. But you can do that too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach these two pieces And I'm just going to use some Stampin' Seal. And try to center this the best that I can here. Like that. And I'm going to use a little bit of baker's twine, linen thread, I'm sorry, not baker's twine, linen thread, and I'm going to double wrap. So wrap, and then cut. So, and then I'm going to tie it kind of to one side. I'm actually going to rewrap this so I can kind of get it where I want it here. Like that. And then you can kind of maybe try to wiggle it around till you get it where you want it. Pull it down, pull it up, however you like. And then I'm gonna kind of pull the bow to the left there. And then trim that. And then the last thing, I'm gonna add this on some mini dimensionals. Like so. And then I'm just gonna drape it right across the front here. Like so. So it's kind of like tilted down, so I'm going to put a dimensional underneath on this side. And hope that helps a little bit. Maybe a little bit. And then I'm going to layer this on some regular dimensionals. 1, 2, 3, 4, which you don't have to do if you don't want to do a double dimensional here. You could definitely glue this on flat if you wanted to. So happy anniversary inside. And we're just gonna layer this outside. And then final touches, right? Here, let me see. And and I'm just going to use some of these elegant faceted gems, which you may or may not have, but any gems that you like. I mean, I could use the new ones if I wanted to. Actually, let me see the new ones. So I could do these, or we also are going to have these 2024-2026 in color resin dots. Yeah, let's see if these look all right. I can use some of the orange or some of the green. Let's go green. Orange. And that is card number 3, guys. So these cards are done. Let me just show you one more time all of these designs. Maybe if I can find them all. So these are similar like style as far as like flowers on this side, then circle, but it's different. So similar but different. And all of them now stamped on the inside too, so that's fun. And we have 3 beautiful cards ready to send whenever we need them. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed this, and I hope that you'll try to make these cards. If you do, please tag me and let me know. I would love to see if you try one of these at home. I am super grateful for all of you here tonight, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much.